Hello! I would like to welcome you to the Laramy-K Optician Works Training Center, where today we are going to talk about something that can be, but is not always, a part of opticianry. As you know, only about half of the states have education requirements for opticians. The handful of states that have formal education requirements usually include contact lens study and usually the NCLE in order to work. Now, what about all the rest of you out there? Maybe you have been curious about contact lenses? Maybe you are a tad bored with the daily grind of being an optician. Maybe you always wanted something more of a healthcare role. Maybe you wear contact lenses and want to learn more about them. Well, let's take a look at 4 categories of contact lens experience. Okay, one more time. Opticians are not in healthcare or a medical role. Opticians are in business. People who study and work with contact lenses, however, are definitely under that healthcare medical umbrella. So if that is of interest to you, whether optician is a piece of it or not, pay attention. We are going to call this working with contact lenses. You might be an optician, you might not. There's nothing that says you have to be an optician to work with contact lenses. You might be 100% green, no optical experience of any kind. Maybe you're a nurse, an LPN looking for something new to do. Maybe you're an ophthalmic tech thinking it's time to change gears a little bit. Nothing says you have to be an optician to work with contact lenses. If you are a brand new newbie optician and you need to know everything involved with selling a box of contact lenses to a customer, we do cover that in great detail on the website. Now, these are not formal titles. This is just my take on things, but we'll call contact lens number 1 a helper. Generally, if you wear contact lenses, you can put them in, you can take them out, you can care for them. You probably already have enough skill ready to do this. If not, it is something that you can learn in a matter of hours by working with a contact lens specialist. And what do? Well, you do your basic insertion and removal trainings, or I&Rs. Now, as an optician, being able to do that greatly increases your value. In a small practice, the doc does all of the preliminary work, but then they hand off the insertion removal training to you. Frees them up to see another patient, which of course is very good for the practice. So it's a good thing to know how to do if you are, in fact, an optician. Number 2, we're going to call the contact lens trainee or contact lens trained person. Maybe they did go through a formal program, had a couple semesters of contact lenses, sat for their NCLE, written, and maybe their practical as well. That person has spent about a year, maybe a little bit more, learning everything they can about contacts. They're about 50-50. About half the time they're working as an optician, the other half of the time they're working with contact lenses. They're doing basic fit, basic follow-up. They understand all the instrumentation, slit lamp, keratometry, imagery. There simply isn't enough demand in the practice for them to do this full-time. So that's our trainee or trained contact lens person. Then we have your contact lens specialist. This person has spent well over a year learning about contacts. They have definitely taken some formal classes on contact lenses, probably have their NCLE, their continuing education credits are always focused on contact lenses. Maybe they're running about 80-20, 80% of their time, contact lenses, 20% of the time, they're doing something else. Maybe optician, maybe a tech, maybe managing even. The doc handles the bulk of it, but that person can handle just about anything in the contact lens realm. Number 4, becomes your true contact lens specialist. They are not an optician anymore. Maybe they never were. They're not that anymore. Maybe they were a tech, but they're not doing that anymore. They have spent years learning everything they need to work with contacts. A lifetime faces them ahead. 100% of their time is spent in the contact lens realm. They are paid accordingly. They are paid quite well for doing that, and that person is in great demand. The world needs more contact lens specialists, truly people who have dedicated their lifetime to contacts. There are scleral contacts, rigid gas permeables, prosthetics, torics, hybrids, each one of them a separate discipline, has its own separate unique fitting parameters. So much to know. You truly can be paid very, very well, in demand. Depending on what state you live in, you can go into independent practice as a contact lens specialist. Do not overlook the possibilities that are there working with contact lenses. No matter where you are in your contact lens studies or how far you want to go, at OpticianWorks, we have you covered. Do you just need to know how to choose and sell a box of contacts? We got it. Do you just want to know the steps for a great I&R training? We got it. Maybe you just want to pass the basic written NCLE. We got it. Maybe you have no interest in opticianry at all, but you're fascinated with contact lenses. We got you covered. Or do you want to start building the foundation to become an independent, in-demand, respected, and highly paid contact lens specialist? We got you covered. Just head on over to opticianworks.com today and get started. Thanks.